What's going on, guys? So today I have a tutorial on eBay dropshipping, and basically the tutorial is going to be on how to create a listing properly if you've already made your eBay seller account. So basically, if you haven't made a seller account, this video, you should definitely watch another tutorial on how to create a seller account first and how to start eBay dropshipping before you do that, or before you watch this video. But anyway, if you have made a seller account, this video is for you. So first off, if you know how to create a listing, you should know how to create a listing at this point. But this is how you create it. You optimize it so it's the best. So you right here, this is what you're going to be selling. All right. So you type in whatever. For tutorial purposes only, we're going to just use this frying pan because everyone uses a frying pan in a tutorial. It's just easy to use. So basically, you have this frying pan right here. Obviously, you see it's a bestseller. You don't always want to base it on bestseller or not. You want to base it on the eBay, how many people are selling it. But this video is just how to create the best listing. Alright, so the first thing you want to do, you need to know your price. Alright, so $17.88 is the price. Alright, we have it in the cart already to make things go quicker. So you add that to your cart, and you want to be tax exempt before you do anything because taxes can add up quick, especially if you're selling something like in large quantities. If you have 5 orders and you pay $2 tax on each order, that's $10 you just lost. So getting tax exempt is important. So $26.87 is our amount. So you want to have that in your calculator before anything because you need to know how much you're going to list it at. If you're not using SKU Grid, if you're doing it manually, then you need to know because eBay will take fees and PayPal will take fees. All right, so we'll go back to the frying pan. All right, so basically what we're going to do is just copy and paste the frying pan, into eBay. Let's see, create listing. All right, just go right there. I wouldn't recommend clicking on anything. Just continue without selecting product. All right, and then I'm going to use my other tab for the video purpose. So frying pan, 10-inch. All right, now you have the title in. So basically, the next thing you want to do, what I do is, if there is variations, that's important to find out. The UPC doesn't matter. You always want to list the condition as new if you're drop shipping because it's coming from a supplier and it's going to be new, unless you have a sketchy supplier and it's then I wouldn't do that. But then you want to add photos. This part is pretty easy and self-explanatory. I mean, if you know how to use a computer, literally some sites don't allow it, but this one does. Home Depot does. You just literally drag the photo onto the desktop and then it saves, and bam. So you do that, you upload the pictures. Usually you can put a little logo saying new or great value, but that's really unnecessary unless you want to actually optimize it the best way. You can do that, but you don't have to sell the product. All right, so you've added the photos. All right, now this is the part where actually this matters the most. So there is features of this frying pan or anything you're selling. All right, obviously the frying pan, you want the brand. The brand is important because people might search for Copper Chef. That's the brand. So to find it, usually it'll say right here, depending on your supplier, but if it doesn't, always look on the bottom. Usually you'll find it somewhere. Right here, see product overview, the Copper Chef Black Diamond. Now if it's unbranded, it won't say anything. You'll know pretty much right away by just looking at the description or whatever that it's not going to be branded, which is okay. You could sell something that's not branded. It's actually it doesn't really matter, but if you're selling something legitimate, just make sure it's real and not a counterfeit because you can get in a lot of trouble if it's counterfeit. All right, so right now we have 54,000 search results. All right, the pan is black. We put black. You know, it doesn't really matter. Like you can use on gas or electric. Surface coating, non-stick. That's what I'm guessing what it is. Let's see. Yeah, non-stick coating. All right. So basically, you guys are getting like the gist of this. So you want to fill out as many things as possible. All right. So once you've filled out this, like obviously your search results are going to be a lot more than 54,000. It might be 500,000, 200,000, whatever in that category is. All right, and then the description isn't really important. It is, you don't have to worry too much about it, but basically you go on your supplier's website, you know, you can literally go like this, copy and paste. Just make sure when you do this, all right, you copy and paste that on there. And then you want to copy and paste the product overview, because that's important and includes the details. And you're going to take a lot more time than I am on this listing, because you want to actually sell it. I'm not actually listing this. So, let's see. Delete that. Recopy and paste this. Yeah, normally you want to put the text first, and if there's any charts, like if you're selling like a what's going on? There we go. All right, so you get the gist. You want to copy and paste it. All right, you put it in here. It comes up. You know, you get that. And this stuff is important, but I mean, people, if they find your frying pan, you know, they're not gonna like pan over every little detail. If they have a question, they'll ask you. So I mean, don't worry too much about all of this stuff. It's important, but don't put all of your attention onto it. All right. So once you have all that done, you have the description, all these details filled out. The photos, those are obviously the most important, besides like the descriptions and stuff and like all the details. But anyway, once you get all of that done, this is where the most important step is. So buy it now price is obviously what people are going to see on an eBay listing. So if you sold it for, if you bought it for, what did we buy it for? $26.87. So we bought it for $26.87. PayPal and eBay take about 0.88, like, or they don't take out 0.88, they take out 12%. So that would be, you're left over with 88% of what, you know, you listed it for. So let's say we listed it for $26.87. They would, technically you would be only getting $23.64. So that's why you want to factor that in when you're listing. So we paid $26.87 for it. Plug that back in. 7. So let's add, you know, let's try $6 profit on that. All right, we're gonna list it. Let's say $32.87. You know, before you put the price in, 0.88. All right, 28.9. So $28.92. All right, and we bought it for right here. You know, we bought it for 26. So like we're only making a $2 profit, but this is where the important part comes in, because you're like, oh wait, we're only making a $2 profit. Well, yeah, we are only making a $2 profit. However, we are making a $2 profit, but you want to compete with other people, because somebody else might be making a $1 profit. You know, you want to sell it. If you want to sell more, then that $2 profit isn't really going to be worth anything. If somebody else is selling 100 for $1, you're selling, you know, 5 for $2. They're obviously going to be making $90 more than you. So all right, so 28.9, that's the amount that you're going to get from it. All right, so minus, your cost $26.87. $6.87. All right, so our profit's around $2. All right, that's what we take. And so now you want to divide it by the amount that they took. So 28, was it 0.7? Yeah. All right, so then our profit margin is 7%, so that's too low. We want it around 10 to, I'd say 10 to 15 is good. So I would say this, I don't want to sit here and calculate everything, but I'm going to say since we bought it for 26, that 35, it's pretty unrealistic for a frying pan, but that's why you don't use Home Depot. But yeah, so 35 will be, you'll make some profit from it. And, if people are competing, if it's really competitive, then, that you shouldn't list that product. But anyway, so now we're on to shipping details. You want to make policies. This, keep the same. That's auto-generated. Free fast shipping. That's another tutorial, but basically you want to have the fastest shipping times because people will buy it. And if you can't, then usually ground shipping is the next fastest. As long as if you make it free, but you're making up for it, then it'll even out. But if you're charging ridiculous shipping rates and then it's really cheap, like, I really don't think that's a good strategy. Accept returns if you can. And then this part's important for the location. None of this stuff matters up here. So for the location though, multiple locations, because it could be coming from anywhere really. If you're it could be coming from any Home Depot or whatever your supplier is. And then promoted listings, you want to promote it. You want to be able to promote it because you'll get it up. You want it to come up on their listing, on the search results. So you want to promote the listing. And then they only take a 70-cent fee, depending on it's all based on the price of your listing. So if you have it at 30, it's 2%. I don't know what the math is for that, but basically they'll take 2% of that. So 30, obviously it's 35, they're taking 2%, so it's 70 cents. But your listing will appear higher in the results. So once you're done with that, check everything over. You have the description, good title. For the title, you want to always add. This is one thing that's important. Add keywords, but don't jumble the keywords up too much. Put keywords that actually mean something. So 10-inch frying pan non-stick. That's like realistic instead of putting some ridiculous title that has a million words that people can't even read it. Just make it keep things simple. That's what people like. Especially if they're buying, they want to understand what they're buying right away. They don't want to have to research, or else they're just going to click on the next listings, all right? And for the quantity, usually 5 if you're drop shipping, because you really don't want to run out. You don't want to, like, your supplier, they might run out and then somebody buys it, they pay you and then you got to deal with refunding them. So keep it around 5. Basically that's it. Once you're done, you list the item obviously, and that's really all. There's not much to it, but if you follow all these steps and keep it simple, but follow the rules, make sure you're making a profit, then I think that you can make money doing this, and that's what I'm trying to do right now. So thanks for watching. Leave a like and help that YouTube algorithm work. So take care.